Welcome back to Garth Farm on Farming Simulator 25. Thanks for joining me once again. Just trying to get the baling underway. Don't drop that bale just yet, thanking you. This baler is very noisy. Yeah. I don't know if it's like my game settings are maybe a little bit different, but it just seems so much louder. Yeah, interesting. Hope you're all doing okay. So this wasn't like a back-to-back recording. In the end, I have waited because I wanted to see if there were going to be any sort of like comments and things like that, or at least I was hoping to wait. The plan was that the first episode that I'm hoping you would have already seen would have released this evening at about sort of 8:30 is the normal time I release the videos. Unfortunately, I was rushing to get it all done as always, and I uploaded it with the captions, like the subtitles on the video, so not optional. And I just think it would detract too much from it. Like I always make sure I have subtitles, so it's an option, and they're the ones that like done automatically pre-recording, so it's timing accurate. It's not always word accurate, but obviously I can't go through it word for word. But when it's just like on screen permanently, I don't know whether that would just detract a little bit too much. So I just thought it best to wait and re-upload and get the video back out, but late at night. So probably in about another maybe hour and a half's time that'll be out. So unfortunately, as I have to just get on and record. So if you have commented on that video, thank you. I will read it. And I know I've got a couple of comments actually outstanding, like from Phil and stuff, and a few other members, and Keith. I will get around to you guys. It's just at the moment, I'm just flat out. It is literally just my time is just all over the shop at the moment. But I promise I will respond to those comments. The one thing I have done, as you'll be able to see on the screen, is I figured out how to turn off the random courseplay bar that was on the screen and driving me crazy. Warwick Dog, absolute legend, and a bit of a font of knowledge when it comes to all things FS. If you haven't checked him out, go and have a little look at his channel as well. One of Scroft's admins and one of my Ko-fi Simster supporters. Legend, absolute legend. And yeah, pointed a couple of things out and pointed me in the right direction. I then managed to find the right setting, which is in the settings within the courseplay. And it's like, it's called something a bit weird. It's not necessarily obvious as to what you're turning off. But yeah, short version, happy days is gone, which means we can have some nice clean screens for our cinematics and whatnot. So other than that, things are going pretty well. Obviously going to get on with the baling today, get these done, and then wrap loads of them, if not all of them. I think maybe leave a couple of grass bales, but not many. I mean, we got what, this field, that field, and that field, so all to do. I don't know why the courseplay is highlighted on the map in the bottom left corner at the moment, because whoops, when we go into the courseplay, right, if I do that, and that, and come out of that, I'm not running courseplay at the moment. What if I let's have a look. Is it going to be Alt and Delete? No. Alt and G? Aha! Right. Can I turn you off? No. How do I get rid of you? I don't want to see you. Or is it not optional? Do I not have a choice in this? Show course deactivated. Well, okay. I've obviously clicked on something, haven't I, that's put it on there and I don't really know what, which is a little annoying. When I loaded into the game, there were two little lines in the top left and top right where those symbols are on the map. The sort of, I'm guessing, the start point and end points. So sort of managed to figure out, turn them off by pressing that little eyeball, the third symbol across there. I suppose my mouse, that one. So yeah, you can see up there, just in that little top corner, on the left hand side of the screen. I don't know why I'm waving my mouse, you won't be able to see that, will you? Can you even see? Oh yeah, you can't see that. Yeah, I don't know what those were, and I've never noticed when I'm working the field that field gets populated with the course play lines. I don't know what that is. So again, answers on a postcard in the comments, please, if you'd be so kind to explain this to me. But yes, so plan today, I'm going to get some baling done, but I'm also going to try and set a course. I'm thinking about doing one from the shop to the farm, and seeing how I get on. Sort of bringing like the machines back and forth from shops to farm, which might be quite useful. Just as a bit of a sort of starter. Now I haven't got anything written down next to me or any of my sort of like notes made or anything as to how I need to do this. I'll just be going purely from memory of watching a couple of videos, so undoubtedly I'll get it wrong. There's a part of me that thinks there's no point doing it if I'm going to get it wrong, because what are you guys going to learn? But it's also how I learn, by making mistakes and then fixing those mistakes. That's generally how my brain works. So yeah, I think we might finish this field off and maybe just have a quick go at it. Maybe take the Ford up there and then bring it back, setting the course. Now what some good advice I've seen somewhere is you should do it basically with like the biggest sort of truck and trailer that you can, because if that can run the course, then it's much smaller machines and tractors won't have any problems, which is a good idea. But right now we don't have any of those, and I'm sure I could magic them in, or I could just refund it, couldn't I, with the dev tools, which is, I mean, this thing is amazing. Whoops. Hang on, I've come off the screen. Oh, no. Yeah, I couldn't see what I was doing then, sorry. I went back to my desktop. Amateur hour here in Simster HQ. Still though, loving this change over to the PC. Naturally, because this the graphics card isn't as kind of modern as the PS5 Pro. They're not quite as crisp, but it's not that bad. It's nowhere near what I thought it would be, like the difference. I thought it would be astronomically different, but it really isn't. It really isn't. So yeah, massive thanks. I gotta stop saying I used to do it a lot with SnowRunner because I wouldn't necessarily think about what I was going to talk about, and it is really hard. It's a skill to not say it. I used to be a lot, well, I feel like I was a lot worse but I don't really listen to myself back. So, but I used to say it every other. When I used to play SnowRunner, I used to play a game when I first started doing recordings called Bingo. Because I just got so aware that I was saying it all the time that it was annoying me. I'll probably pick up on it all the time now in this episode, so if I do, sorry, because it'll annoy you guys as well. Right, so this field just about coming to an end. There are some bits and bobs in terms of sort of scragglers, but we'll leave that. It's not going to be the end of the world. Right, okay, so can we unload this one? I know we didn't necessarily have to, but I mean, that's a lot of bales just from that one field, isn't it? That's decent. That's really decent. Okay, so shall we give it a go? Now I'm thinking if we make the exit of the farm this gate over here, then we should be okay. Now, if I get this right, so whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, I put my controller down and then. Okay, so if we go into course play, that's fine. We don't know. What I need is Alt 0, isn't it, for auto drive? Yeah. Okay. So, can I make this bigger? Can I make this box bigger? No. Cornering speed. Oh, we want to bring that down to 80. I remember seeing that. Anything else? Yeah. Automatic refueling. No. Automatic repair. No. So we save ourselves some money. Anything else there? I don't think so. So it's set as default and apply. There is definitely a way of making this bigger, but I probably know. Automotive HUD. So that was default. Oh, that looks like it's a bit bigger, doesn't it? Hopefully that'll be a little bit easier to see. So, if I'm right, all we need to do is go into there. Now, left click would be one-way system, which is what we want. Right click would be a two-way system. We only want a one-way, so we can go click like that. So that means it's recording. We're going to jump into the cab. I tell you what we should do. I prefer overhead. Where is that? And that is really personal. I think the farm sim guy is overhead. Scroft is on the road. It's really like just 50-50, it seems. Is it the settings? Look ahead. No. Don't think it's going to be in there. Ah, I can't remember. Sorry, ladies and gents. Boring as sin this is, and you can probably see it and I can't, which is stupid. If I don't see it on this one, I'll give up. Aha! Line height, ground level above tractor. Yes, thank you. Right, okay, so, where are we? So we want to be, start recording, we are recording. So if I move back to, turn my mouse off so we can move that. So that's our first waypoint. So, and it just starts to automatically do these. Look at that. I find it easier to drive better in cab. So I'm not going to absolutely steam it. Obviously I'm using a controller, so it's a little bit like jerky compared to if I was doing this with a steering wheel, but that's, you know, a gift to myself for another day. Oh. So let's try and get this corner right. Now the good thing with this map is, as of yet, I've not noticed any traffic on it anywhere. So, other than us going back and forth, I don't think we've got too much to worry about. Which is a good thing. So, now what I don't really remember is how to set, like, what to call the waypoint. But, I messed that up a bit, but there we are. Now you can go back and move each one of these individually, I know. So, worst case scenario, if there is like a particular like point that's off course, then we could always redo it. I tell you what though, the difference having someone like, is it the auto drive guy that does the automatic ones for you? So it's done like Saxingham and Bevington and things like that. Yeah, having someone just do all of this like incredible, massive difference, makes life just so much easier. Right, so if I remember right, the shop is going to be up here on our right. So hopefully not in there. Okie doke. So if I stick to the left, the things generate over there, I think. That's the buy point. So if I come out of this, right, okay, so if I say, let's get my mouse back into me. I know you can't see the mouse. So if I click that one, and then is it create edit target? Okay, so if we call that the, just call it the shop, I guess, is it? Shop forecourt, or let's keep it simple for a minute. We'll just call it the shop, right? So okay, off to the shop. That's good. So now I guess we just drive back. Still recording a route. I'm gonna... oh, mouse. Keep that tight there. Okay. So what it's trying to do there is obviously it's considering like whether it wants to hook up to one of the pre-existing points, which obviously we don't want it to do. I hope I'm doing this right, because this is a massive waste of time. But one of the things I've always said is I leave my mistakes in, unless they are ridiculously painful and needless and, you know, just going to be just a detriment to the video. I generally will just leave mistakes in. So this sort of thing might be quite useful even if I'm getting it wrong. Because if you're like me and learning the game and, you know, on the PC side of things, maybe not learning the game, but learning how course play works and those sort of things, this might be quite useful. Right, so we're going to slow down here because it's a bit of a tricky one. I'm going to try and take it a little wider. Excellent. Right. We won't go herring through here. We'll hold that sort of outside line and cut back in. It is, whoa, it is hard to do without without steering wheel. I gotta be honest. Out of interest, any of you play with the is it the Thrustmaster stick for FS? Yeah, intrigued to know what that's like. I know Scroft and I think Mr. CDP have got one. Yeah, intrigued to know what that's like, if it's worth the money, if anyone thinks it that sort of adds that immersion to it, or is it just easier just to keep playing with a controller? Intrigued to see your thoughts. Right, so the plan here then, we're going to go through the furthest gates of the farm. And hopefully, please be open. Yeah. So we'll, and we should, if I bring it down here, and then if we click on highlight that one, edit target, so we'll call it Garth Farm. Okay, that. Re-engage my vision there. Keep this going. Right, so if I now stop recording, move the tractor out of the way a little bit so we can see. Whoops. Right, so click on the mouse. So then we're gonna click. We should really do an extra couple one. Whoa, car just went absolutely flying past my house. Right, put there. And then... Okay, so we'll now stop recording those two, move track out the way just so we can see a little bit better. If I click on that one, and that one, and then come off that. So, if I... This will be the test, I guess. So, we just park him so he's not anywhere near Courseplay. I wonder if he can they just find it? I don't know. So click on the shop and click go. Drive into destination. Why have you got your hazards on? I don't yet. You shouldn't have your hazards on, mate. Unless... Oh, maybe that's a... I didn't put them on. It's a computer thing that they always drive with the hazards on. I don't know. Again, let me know. You can turn those little white lines off as well in the settings. But I'm really pleased with that. I've done something. I've done a thing. I've absolutely done a thing. Wait, give me my arrow. So if we were to say... So that's an unload. Or is that the unload? What's the difference? So that's pick up. Oh, pick up and deliver. Right. That's drive to destination. That is... I don't know what that is. That's for the harvester collection. And that's just as we are. And look at that. We got a cracking route back and forth. So now, if we wanted to... So what the idea, I guess, is that I now go and, like, basically courseplay the entire map. So you'd put one down here for whatever that is. I'm assuming it's some sort of sell point. We got Garth Arable there. I don't know if that's a sell point as well. Let's come out here. Where else have we got something? So we got, you could do the mill, so you could drop things off at the mill, the market. We've got a animal dealer, so you can send one up there. And then we could then do the fields. You could then say, right, park up and wait in the field. And then in terms of our, like, crop, the problem is we're going to be dropping off in to shed, so I don't know how that works. There we are. He's reached his destination. I just heard a ding dong. So now if I go into Garth Farm and click go. I'm really pleased with myself. I know it's really basic, but I'm really chuffed. I've done a thing. Needs a bit of tidying up, doesn't it? But I'm pretty happy with that. Right, okay. Let's leave that for a minute. So we have, I can't remember, we've got this as a crop trailer. We can convert that into a bale trailer, can we not? Let's have a look here. Let's get this out here, drag it over to... I've got a weight on the floor by there as well. I need to do something with. Oops, miss. Oh, you don't want to be hooked up to that, do you? Oh dear. I thought you would. Can I amend your connection? Probably not. Now we've got a milk tanker there, so we could always do a point there as well, I guess. Right, let's have a look here. Oh yeah, replace the tyres. We've got the tyre wear mod on this series as well. Honestly, I can't wait. No, we can't. That is it. So why is that? Is it because it's a ball hitch, is it? This... Well, that's frustrating. Nonetheless, our little Ford should be back very soon, so that can grab it for us. What connection is that then? Yeah, in, is it? And then... Well, no, that's... Or is it the other way around? Is it... Surely that should connect. Why doesn't that connect? Am I being stupid? There's definitely... It's just... Is it the height thing? Is it... I bet that's what it is. I wonder if I can change that to a low. Here he is. Oh, here she is. Yay! Oh, superb. Right, let's get rid of these then. What was it? Alt and 0? Did I get rid of that? Look at this, I'm learning. So, we could do one that takes us to the garage or the farm. Oh, sorry, the cow shed, I guess. We could bring one round here, collect the slurry. You could do all sorts, really. You can sort of courseplay to your heart's content. Right, why did I bring this here? I didn't want to bring this here, did I? I'm not concentrating. Sorry, I wanted to bring the blinking trailer here. Ford is fine. Dear me. Right, let's go and grab that trailer. Now, probably already done about 25 minutes of recording and achieved very little, but it's just part of the journey at the moment, I'm afraid. It's not going to be, well, I was going to say, I don't know, can I say the S word? It's not going to be, you know, pretty. Highly attractive, that word. I mean, surely you can say that word. I don't know. Right, let's have a look here. Knock that off, get out of the way. Come on there. Into there. Okay, so not onto the bale trailer. We've got the auto load mod on, so that's showing us where it's going to load. But if these ones, I'm sure, load properly. Some of the trailers I've had, they load sort of lengthways down the middle, and no matter what I do, I cannot get them to load properly. Right. Can I can't make this lower, can I? I can't get it on a lower hitch. I thought I could for some reason. Ladder's not going to change anything. Bale trailer, 7 meter 1421 bale. How annoying. Oh well. So let's have a look here then. If I take this out to the field, the auto load is a little bit different to what I'm used to with the sort of normal auto loading system. And the way it unloads is a bit different, but again, it just takes a little bit of getting used to. So yeah, I gotta remember that this isn't the best way to come into this field at all. The actual best way to go into the fields is up the other end of the farm, because that corner, you can come out of there, I've got no doubt it'll probably quite easy to get out of there, but you just can't turn right into there. It's really difficult. So let's have a look here. How do I turn on the auto load? Is A, isn't it? I think. Well, if I hit F1, no, that's muting my everything, so I don't want to do that. For some reason I thought F1 was more controls, like more, shows us more of the screen. Right, so do I just click A then? Oh, right, here we go. So, oh bloody hell. Loading method, layer, in, yeah, fine. Start loading, left shift and R. Left shift and R. Ah, no, look, it's doing that. It's doing it straight down the middle again. Right, what am I doing wrong then? Because if it's going to do this, we ain't gonna get many bales on here, and if it's gonna keep just... There must be a way of just keeping this on. Whoa! Why have you... Auto lights. Time of day? Yeah, okay. Yeah, getting late. Oh god. Right, hang on, then we might have to slow that down as it's our first day. Where is it? Right. Cool that now, game. So... Ludo filter... Any. Container type all. Unload inside. Material type. Open tools and fasten belt. Tension belt is just L. So yeah, but it's just... That is quite annoying. Okay, someone help me, please. Teach me how to use auto load, because I thought this tractor did it a different way, and yet that is quite silly. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Is there anything in the... These are the dev controls. There's not going to be anything in there. So where is there an auto load menu somewhere? General settings, radio camera sound, unload bales, auto lights. We just saw that kick in. Seasons, crops, vehicles, AI, realistic livestock. Enhanced loan, use up times, precision farming. I thought we had an auto load options menu somewhere. Is it? I tell you where it's going to be. It's going to be in the blinking in the load point over there, isn't it? So yeah, annoying. That is annoying. Shift and R. No loading allowed unless stationary. Yeah. Clear. I need to go back and have a little look at some videos on this and how to use it, because clearly any so yeah, that's pointless. If all I can do is 4, then we don't want auto load, because it's just, that's just no good to us whatsoever, is it? Let's go and have a little test, I think. See what we can do. Just trying to think about any settings I've seen. I'm sure I picked this trailer because I thought it was one of the ones that previously... those auto lights are a bit annoying as well, aren't they? I think we're going to have to turn those, get rid of that mod. Where should we... Where's our bales? Auto baler is over there, so we'll actually have to go round and drop them off on the other side. We even got... Did we set the auto bale up? I don't think we did we? No. I was going to put them in there. Okay, so... Shift and... Where is it? Unload, side left, U... Unload, left, shift, I. Oop. Okie doke. Right, let's spin back around. Let's have a little... See if we can get in the settings. If not, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Just go and grab them and chuck them onto the trailer with the class. I mean, we have got the auto load pallet fork, I think, in this series, so that would be the end of the world anyway. Right, let's go into customize. So auto load is X. Where is it? No, I don't want that. Auto load, yes, double thing. So A. Right, so enable auto load, yes. Bale trailer, unloading position, horizontal loading. Okay, side loading, yeah, right. Automatic tension belts, no. Load if folded, load if covered, no zones overlap. Number of loading areas, 1, select loading areas. Length, access. Doesn't change, select configuration set. Don't know what any of that means. That's it. Yeah, come out of there. You can. What is it? Is it on the mouse? So I'm clicking the wheel basically to do that. And I think what you can then do is if I hold down something like shift, is it? And I drag. Right, shift and left click. No. No. No, it doesn't like that. No. Is it right? Mouse click. No. Oh no. Right, so my click on its own is move the one side or Alt. There we go. But there was something about if you widen it, it might fix it. So let's try that, shall we? So we go with that. But then, and then I've got to go into the auto load settings, save vehicle settings. Yes. Close that. Leave that like that. Okay, so let's have one little go and see if that's made a difference. It probably won't have, but we'll give it a little go. So we'll pull up next to the bales as usual. And then we will go Shift and R. 0 difference. Annoying. So if I just left shift and I to bin those off over there. Fair enough. Right, I tell you what we do need to do whilst I remember it. We're going to turn... Gosh, can I not turn auto lights off? I have to just remove the mod, aren't I? Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to jump in here now. It'll probably turn the lights on. Yeah. Yeah, definitely going to have to turn that, disengage that mod. I really don't like that. So, I saw at my, there's an auto loader in there. So basically our neighbouring fields, we've got loads of grass fields around us. I think I've spoken about this before. Last night I was like an absolute loser. It just started raining as well. And I'm stood on my garden wall looking across the sort of road into the nearest field, that like the one way from our house, watching a New Holland going around with a bale spike, picking up all the hay bales, making piles. And they were making piles of 4, and they were big old bales coming out like these sort of size. So I was quite surprised by that, because I just thought in real life I didn't expect them to do more than 2. So right, let's have a look here. So if I activate this, go around, and it should collect, I should be able to collect 3, is it? Or is it going to be 4? Oh, 3, like that. Drop them out, and then what we would do is we would deactivate that, unload here, do that, get off my spikes, bosh, stop unloading, reactivate it. Hopefully I won't pick up any of those. Grab that one, thank you. I can make myself some nice little piles. Proper farming style. Unload, overload. Drag them off. Get off, get off, get off. And then, don't you dare you fall over. Yeah, I can just bring the trailer back into the field then and start loading these up the old-fashioned way. So I'll do that off screen because I'm sad like that and I like doing this stuff. Whoa, come on now, overload. A little bit more like that. Guys, apologies, hardly, oh god, those lights are wild. Hardly anything in terms of content for game. I do appreciate that, considering it's, you know, at least 35 minutes of me just being weird. But this series is definitely out there. Most of you won't find much use for it other than laughing at me and my incompetence. But if there's someone out there that finds it useful, that is thinking about going up to PC and just wants to see a normal person playing it who hasn't been playing this game for, 10 years, so it kind of becomes second nature to them. Because even when my favorite content creators are doing their explanation videos, I don't think they necessarily make it simple enough, because they're like, I don't know, to me it seems like it could be easier, like it could be explained a little simpler for us complete newbies to this sort of stuff. So hopefully one of you out there has found this interesting. As always, if you're on the Discord, thank you for coming over and have a chat with us. Yeah, it ticks over. It's nice to have a little conversation. The more of you that come and join us and say hello, the more there is for us to talk about. If you want to support the channel and help me out for essentially the price of a large coffee, head over to either, well, you can do it through YouTube here and join the membership system that way, and you'll get the tier system showing up on your name if you want to do that. But not as much of your money comes to me. Most of it goes to Google. Or you can head over to Ko-fi in the link and support me there, and that'll give you access into the members area and a whole other bunch of stuff. So if you want to do that, great, thanks very much. If not, as always, the easiest way to support the channel is with a very simple like and a subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. This is what I live for, having a little chat with people and saying hello. At the moment, it might take me a day or two to get back to you, but I will do my best. I very rarely miss comments completely. So yeah, let me know anything in the conversation in the chat there. Any thoughts, any mods I'm missing out on, anything you think I should do, shouldn't do, anything with that auto load would be really helpful. Anything I'm overlooking or not thinking about in the courseplay and auto drive stuff, very helpful. But otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you found it useful. But as always, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.